Hey everyone, it's Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. on NewsTalk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO in Lubbock. You can follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio. So is Donald Trump legitimately elected president of the United States? A story from Politico and also Fox News saying that the Clinton campaign moving forward and showing support for a big question being raised by at least 10 different electors. Reading from Politico, in its first show of public support for efforts questioning the legitimacy of Donald Trump's victory, Hillary Clinton's campaign said it's supporting a request by members of the Electoral College for an intelligence briefing on foreign intervention in the presidential election. John Podesta, who ran the Clinton campaign, said the bipartisan electors letter, which, by the way, I believe it's 9 different Democrats and 1 Republican. So the bipartisan letter raises very grave issues involving our national security, John Podesta wrote in a statement on Monday. Electors have a solemn responsibility under the Constitution, and we support their efforts to have their questions addressed. Reading from Fox News, the Clinton campaign backing this briefing that some have called for. The letter saying that we now know the CIA has determined that Russia's interference in our elections was for the purpose of electing Donald Trump, John Podesta said. This should distress every American. Never before in the history of our republic have we seen such an effort to undermine the bedrock of our democracy. Podesta's statement follows mounting calls by Democrats and some Republicans to investigate whether or not Russia was behind the hackings that ran up to the presidential election. Now, no one is saying that Russia hacked into voting machines or that Russia was actually able to flip votes. But what the question that is being raised by many is whether Russia was able to interfere with the U.S. election and really, I guess, move people from supporting Hillary Clinton to Donald Trump if they were really promoting Donald Trump. Yesterday on the show said I think it's very possible that Russia wanted to interfere and wanted to have influence over the presidential election, but I don't think that's what won Donald Trump the White House. I think Donald Trump won the White House because of Obamacare. I think Donald Trump won the White House because people were sick and tired of liberal policies. And I think Donald Trump won the White House because people were sick and tired of seeing jobs go overseas. They were sick and tired of seeing their wages stagnate. They were sick and tired of the status quo. And that's why they brought in Donald Trump. Let's not forget, Democrats, there were a lot of Democrats who liked Bernie Sanders, a change agent. Donald Trump, another outsider, another change agent, if you will. This was a change election. This was all about the outsider. Hillary Clinton is the ultimate insider. I don't think if Russia would have completely stayed out of it and no one would have hacked the DNC, I still think Donald Trump would have won the election. I don't think that the emails that were released actually led to people changing their votes about Hillary Clinton. We all knew exactly how corrupt Hillary was. A few different emails I don't think changed anybody's opinion on Hillary. There have been mounting calls by Democrats and some Republicans to look into this. The Electoral College scheduled to vote on December 19th. A group of 10 electors they've called in an open letter for the Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, requesting a briefing on the Trump-Russia connections. This will be a story that continues, folks, and I think that this, in a large part, is just a continued attack on Donald Trump and on his campaign and on his future presidency. There's not going to be a redo here. And just because 10 electors are not going to go and vote for Donald Trump, remember, he won by a lot more than just 10. So it would have to be a huge force that would have to abandon Donald Trump. And even then, could you imagine what would happen if they switched the vote and they voted, the Electoral College voted for Hillary or voted for another Republican? We would have a big problem on our hands in this country, a huge fight. And I don't see that actually playing out in the Democrats' favor. We'll see what happens with this. This, again, just Democrats continuing to question the Donald Trump presidency. They will do this for a long time, just as they did with George W. Bush when he won the White House. They will question whether he is a legitimate president or not. Donald Trump won by the Electoral College, and that's, well, you have to win in our republic. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show, weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. Follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio, and don't forget, subscribe to the KFYO YouTube channel below. Have a great day.